The remote Cocos-Keeling Islands are situated in the Indian Ocean, nearly 3,000 kilometres from Perth. The Eastern Extension Telegraph Company established a cable station on Direction Island in 1901. Cocos Island became a vital link in world communications. The cable station was staffed by a small group of men who were sent to the isolated outpost to work for 1.5 years at a time. With their dogs as their constant companions, they passed their spare time fishing and sailing. The company provided them with a library, tennis courts, a billiard room and soccer pitch. A tramway linked the quarters to the jetty for unloading and transporting goods. Fresh water was obtained from a condensing plant and by collection of rainwater. Fruit and vegetables were grown in 2 rat-proof gardens. Contact with the outside world and with their families was extremely limited during the years of their postings. They relied on passing ships to drop off a barrel twice a year containing food, books, newspapers, letters from home, and sometimes kittens that had been born on the ships. At times the sea was too rough for the ships to drop off a barrel, and the men watched the liner sail away again, knowing the next one would only pass in 6 months' time. On board one of these ocean liners, the wife of a cable engineer wrote in her diary,
"As we neared Cocos Island, the captain invited us to his suite for drinks. A barrel was being dropped off at Cocos, and the captain asked Eric's advice for things to put in it. Unfortunately, we sailed into a storm, the worst the captain had ever experienced in the Indian Ocean, and we sailed clear of Cocos.
For the passengers on the P&O liners, the Cocos barrel was an exciting event to watch. The men would sail out in their 2 boats. One boat would collect the barrel. The other had a tin containing their outbound mail, and a man would try to attach it to the ship. Once the barrel was safely on board the boat, they would sail back to the Direction Island jetty. There they would unload the barrel onto the tramway trolley and transport it to the staff quarters, where they would eagerly unpack the contents. The cable station ceased operations in 1966. Some of the buildings were relocated to nearby Home Island. Others were bulldozed into the sea. Today all that remains to bear testimony to the Eastern Extension Telegraph Company, and to the men who lived and worked on Direction Island, are crumbling ruins, overgrown tennis courts, and rusted cables.